Boost for Tottenham. Manager makes bombshell decision on his future amid Spurs links. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Francesco Farioli has been linked with a move away from Ajax in recent months, and the manager has now decided on his future. He has informed Ajax that he will leave in the summer. Ajax technical director Alex COYS has reacted to the decision, claiming, "It came as a surprise and hit like a bombshell." Tottenham boost in Francesco Farioli chase. The manager has been linked with a move to Tottenham Hotspur recently, and the development will become a major boost for the Premier League club. It will be interesting to see if they decide to make a move for Farioli now. The 36-year-old Italian manager is reportedly a serious target for them this summer. It is no secret that they need a quality manager in the summer. Ange Postecoglou is likely to be shown the door, regardless of how Tottenham finish the season. They are currently in the final of the Europa League, and they could secure Champions League qualification for the next season if they win the tournament. However, Postecoglou has failed to get the best out of his players, and a fresh start would be ideal. Farioli has impressed at Ajax, and he could prove to be an interesting alternative. The opportunity to manage the Premier League could be exciting for him as well. Tottenham have a talented squad at their disposal, and the right manager could bring out the best in them. They are expected to fight for domestic trophies consistently and compete in Europe. Farioli will look to help them win trophies if he joins the club. Spurs are interested in signing the Crystal Palace playmaker Eberechi Eze at the end of the season. According to Fichajes, the player has a release clause of £68 million in his contract, and Spurs are not intimidated by the asking price. The report further adds that everything indicates they will trigger his release clause soon. Tottenham need attacking depth. It remains to be seen whether they can sign the 26-year-old playmaker in the coming weeks. He has 13 goals to his name and 11 assists. Eze has proven himself to be an exceptional performer in the Premier League, and he could transform Spurs in the attack. They need more goals and creativity in the final third, and the 26-year-old could be the ideal acquisition. He is capable of operating in the central attacking midfield role as well as left wing. The player will be attracted to the idea of joining a big club this summer, and Tottenham could be the ideal step up for him. He has helped Crystal Palace win the FA Cup, and he will look to win major trophies now. Tottenham will look to bounce back strongly after a disappointing season, and someone like Eze will certainly help them improve. The player has been labelled as an amazing finisher by Oliver Glasner earlier this season, and Tottenham could certainly use more goal-scoring support next season. While the release clause might seem quite expensive, the player has the potential to improve immensely, and he could justify the investment in the long term. Tottenham are currently looking to finish the season strongly by winning the Europa League. It will be interesting to see if they can win the tournament and secure their place in the Champions League next season. Rayan Cherki, who Tottenham Hotspur have reportedly stepped up their interest in over the last few days, has now made a big admission about his future, which comes as a huge boost for the Lily Whites. One of the players who has been most heavily linked with a move to N17 is a versatile Lyon attacker who has been turning heads with his performances at the Groupama Stadium over the last 2 seasons. Last week, an update from France suggested that Spurs are already at the table taking information on Cherki, ahead of a potential summer move, and the 21-year-old has just made a huge admission ahead of the transfer window. Cherki finalises his plans for the summer window. The France under-21 international has just 1 year left on his contract, which means that Lyon will be taking a big risk if they do not cash in on him this summer. The big question on everyone's lips was whether Cherki would change his mind and commit himself to a new deal at the French club. But the player has now ruled out that possibility, making it clear that he wants a new challenge. Cherki has now said via Fabrizio Romano, "I'm ready to try a new chapter in my career, thanks to Lyon, the coach, the staff, the president, my teammates and all people at the club." Just a few days ago, it was reported by Give Me Sport that Spurs are upping the ante in their efforts to win the race for Cherki. The report claimed that the Lily Whites had entered into fresh discussions regarding a deal for the winger, describing Tottenham Hotspur as prime contenders to land the player. The outlet further explained that Liverpool are prioritising other alternatives, thus concluding that a move to North London is now a serious possibility for Cherki this summer. Court Offside has reported that Tottenham are in talks to win race for Lille forward Jonathan David. The Canadian international will leave the League One outfit as a free agent at the end of the season and has been linked with a move to the Premier League, with Manchester United among those said to be keen as well. David has enjoyed an exceptional campaign at Lille with 25 goals and 12 assists to his name, so it comes as no surprise that Tottenham are looking into his transfer. While they splurged big money on Dominic Solanke last summer, his form and fitness have both been a concern, thereby making the former Gent striker a solid solution from financial and sporting perspectives. Spurs could trump United to David. Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur will face off in next week's Europa League final in what is also going to be a decider for which club plays in the Champions League, in spite of finishing just above the relegation zone in the Premier League. Not only will Spurs feel confident about winning the game due to their superior record in recent times, but will also be hopeful of scuppering Man United's attempts at landing Jonathan David from Lille. Ruben Amorim's side seems to be inclined towards signing Matheus Cunha from Wolves, in which case they are likely to back out of a deal for Jonathan David. Tottenham, however, could see some of their attacking options leave in the summer and are resultantly showing an urgency in trying to secure David to a contract in London. It goes without saying that a player of the 25-year-old's calibre will consider Champions League football a key factor in his decision-making, which is possibly why a conclusion on his future has not been drawn yet. That being said, there is interest in him from Napoli and Juventus as well, so the race for his signature remains a very open proposition heading into the summer. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs!